We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on this sideline tonight, Doris Burke. For the Suns, they continue their stretch of home games. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Houston, Beverly and Harden. They're the backcourt. Down low, it's Jones and Howard together. And it's Ariza in the three slot.
Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists. Those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
Now, here's Beverly. Ariza outside. Howard kicks to Beverly. Houston moving the ball around. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Clock at 6. Here's Harden. And that one hits back iron. On defense, Houston. Knight in the corner. The three. James Harden with the rebound. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Good D by Bledsoe. Good for the basket, starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there because it, to me, is just much more comforting to play from the front than to be battling from behind.
Ariza has the open look. And Beverly kicks to Ariza. Jones dishes to Howard. To the paint. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Now, here's Tucker. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. They get it again. A second chance effort.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. He won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on it.
And then Jones with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. Dwight Howard with some slick passing on that one. I tell you what, that's just amazing. major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Warriors in Oakland. Here's Bledsoe. Out tonight. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Knight's got his first points of the game. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Harden left side. And Houston again with the bucket.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Now here's Bledsoe. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And that one's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points. And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll in your ear. If you make mental errors.
Suns trail by 4. Morris with a screen on Beverly. It's deflected. It's stolen by Jones. Bledsoe against Harden. And the pass to Howard. Phoenix grabs the miss. Chandler's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And for Coach Hornacek, Greg, you learn from one of the toughest coaches as a player. You know, several trips to the finals. And you know this guy well, Clark. Jerry Sloan was the guy that molded Jeff Hornacek.
One of the outstanding coaches in the history of the NBA, Jerry Sloan. Although Hornacek saw all that success in Utah, this is a homecoming job for him because he started his career in Phoenix.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Houston. Now here's Lawson. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to Golden State. Bledsoe passes to Chandler. Now the feed to Knight. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off. I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Rockets.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Lenz checked in for Chandler. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Morris. Sonny Weems checks in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Booker in for Brandon Knight. And it's Bledsoe off the drive for 3. Phoenix no good that time either.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Lawson dishes to Harden. Passes it to Montejunas. Shot clock at 6. Here's Brewer. They get it back. Lawson drives in. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Lawson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Feeds it to Teletovic. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket. Lawson with it.
Dishes it to Monteunice. Kicks it to Brewer. 11 feet away. That is good. Brewer's got his first points of the night.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passes.
Weems offline with his three. Clark, last season we saw Monteunice make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin, on both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
And Monteunice actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden. How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
For Phoenix, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. He's perfect from the line this time.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Here's Monteunice.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he's good on the second. Suns trail by 12. Now here's Price. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And Capella sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Monteunice.
Still Suns ball.
And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Well, Phoenix shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Price outside. Here's Len. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
The shot's good from Lawson.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Price kicks to Len. Cuts off the pass. And Thornton gets it to go on the assist by Lawson. Lawson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. You know, Clark, the one thing you can say about Ty Lawson is his awareness around the floor. He's just ubiquitous, and his court vision is incredible.
Excellent peripheral vision. He averaged almost 10 assists a game last season. That's the best year of his career thus far.
Suns trail by 16.
And for Ty Lawson, playmaking isn't a concern. He's got that. His shooting accuracy, though, seems to drop every year. In fact, the last 2 years have been the worst of his career. How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Pass to Montejunas. 6 on the shot clock, but they get it back. Lawson the pass to Capella. Back to Lawson. The dish now to Montejunas. Lawson's against Price. Now here's Lawson. Defense right on him. The open shot by Brewer. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, you know, going back to Lawson's declining shooting percentage, really no apparent reason for it. Last year he launched the fewest threes in his past 4 seasons, but he still couldn't find the rhythm, and it really hurt his team down the stretch.
"36 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Thornton kicks to Brewer. Shot is off. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Pass to Weems. And the layup's good off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Lawson outside. Good.
Ty Lawson.
Lawson's got 8.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Rockets lead by 14. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves, and they've had firepower and then some so far.
Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt. Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. And it's Chandler in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Bledsoe against Harden. Inside. Here's Howard. And there's the... Whistle fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, Dwight Howard had that back surgery, and he's had knee trouble, and he is no longer quite as Dominic Clark as the player we saw back in certainly his younger days in Orlando.
Yeah, but nonetheless, Kevin, he's still in the conversation for best centers in the NBA. I think he remains a superstar big man when he's healthy.
And Phoenix making a change here. Booker's checked in. Chandler is screen. Knight kicks it to Tucker. The shot is off. And the Rockets take it the other way. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Now here's Harden. Defended by Booker. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 8.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
Knight into the lane. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Dwight Howard. And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too.
McDaniels, he's checked in for James Harden. Beverly dishes to Ariza. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
fellas. That two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
And there's the pass to Booker. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
And on the topic of Brandon Knight, you have to wonder why he's been traded around so much. I mean, it wasn't due to a slow start because he made the All-NBA rookie first team. He's smart, has a strong work ethic, proved himself to be a clutch shooter in college, the kind of guy you normally wouldn't think about dealing for someone else.
Chandler. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Kicks it out to Ariza. Lets it go from 11. And it's Houston with another.
Trevor Ariza. Assisted.
You know, talking about Brandon Knight, part of the reason he's been traded so often is because teams are offering great prospects in return. Detroit dealt him for Brandon Jennings, and Milwaukee dealt him for Michael Carter-Williams.
Morris a screen. Knight kicks to Booker. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Lenz checked in for Chandler. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Markieff Morris. Sonny Weems checks in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Price in for Brandon Knight. Lenz shot is off.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Stolen by McDaniels.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
Dwight Howard.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
And it's Houston on the break. Ball going up court. Finished off the break. McDaniels got 6 points.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Price outside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
They have repeatedly probed and paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Harrell setting the pick for Beverly. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Len. Down low. Weems. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Alex Len. Morris comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Knight's checked in for Booker. And Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Ronnie Price. Lawson kicks to Brewer. Off target from three-point range. Knight wide open. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 6 points for Brandon Knight.
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle of spreading it around.
Here's Jones. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's Weems. Brewer grabs the board.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Lawson outside. He dishes it to Howard. 6 to shoot. Off the pick. No luck. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Weems. He has 6. Morris a screen. Here's Weems. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. So for the Rockets, Trevor Ariza's checked in for Brewer. Harden comes in for McDaniels, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. Beverly against Knight. It's Harden with the drive. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
And clearly Jeff Hornacek wants to talk it over. When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
Phoenix making some changes. Lenz checked in for Chandler. And Ronnie Price has subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Suns trail by 21.
And Harden able to get wherever he wants on the court. I mean, he can muscle you, but he's also got that Euro step and all those moves that just leave you in a dizzy.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Knight passes to Len. And Capella sends it back. And now in transition is Brewer. Here we go. And stolen by Knight. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Stolen by Harden. And it's Houston on the break. Harden's got the ball. To the middle. Jones kicks to Capella. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense. I mean, it's all been terrific.
You know, and Harden, you think about how elusive he is, but at the same time, he's a guy that seeks contact. I mean, he'll entice a defender to try and reach in, and a master salesman when it comes to getting those refs to blow the whistle.
And here's Lawson. He's got 8. Here's Brewer. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
One thing about Corey Brewer, he's a defensive specialist, has a combination of size and quickness. It's real hard to score against. I mean, equally good at defending in the half court or transition.
We're going back to Corey Brewer. He also has a sixth sense of sniffing out steal opportunities. Very quick hands. He's averaged 1.5 steals a game over his career.
And Kevin, Corey's one of those guys that's always going to give that effort offensively and find ways to contribute there. But more importantly, he's going to give you results on the defensive side of the ball.
He has an amazing motor. It never shuts down. Morris a screen. There's the screen to the wing right side. A nice shot by Tucker. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. The feed to Capella. Screen by Jones. Brewer is just to Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the elbow. Rebound by the Suns.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
It's stolen by Jones. And here they go. And it's slammed in by Brewer.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Even though they're trailing, they're having some success from the foul line here, and that could go a long way towards getting them back into it.
For Phoenix, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Phoenix. Bledsoe comes in for Ronnie Price. Motiejunas is checked in for the Rockets. Thornton comes in for James Harden. Chandler with the steal. To the paint. And Brandon Knight, the bucket on the assist from Tucker. 8 points for Brandon Knight.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
There's the pick. Pass to Thornton. Lawson outside. Five on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. Chandler's got his 8th rebound here tonight. The Suns shooting not great, 40% for the game. Bledsoe kicks to Chandler. Motiejunas with the steal. And it's the Rockets on the break. Back to Thornton. Wide open. Morris with the rebound.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage. In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
And Lawson with the drive. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Outside Knight. Back to Bledsoe. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
Lawson outside. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Rockets ahead, opening up a huge gap. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
All right, Phoenix, keep it going for your Suns.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Harden doing it all. He has 15 points and also 3 steals. He's been tough on the inside and displayed great vision with his passing, too.
And you know what? He is the total package today, giving them a little bit of everything.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kevin McHale. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Down low, it's Jones and Howard together. And it's Beverly at the point guard.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's Harden on the wing. Back to Beverly. Howard with a screen on Price. Beverly the pass to Howard.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Screen by Howard. Phoenix grabs the miss.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Weems. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one is on Ariza. For Phoenix, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Taking 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Rockets leading by 19 points. Harden outside. Here's the 3. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Len dishes to Teletovic. Here's Price. And it's sent back by Howard. And it's Houston on the break. Harden's got the ball. And Ariza with the stuff.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, is really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Suns fall.
And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
Phoenix ball.
Here's Teletovic, defended by Jones. Harden kicks to Jones. Off target from outside. And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the 3. It's a pretty valuable commodity for him. The Suns have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Price, and it's sent back by Howard. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And that's a foul called on Sonny Weems. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Houston also making some changes. Brewer is checked in for Ariza. Thornton comes in for James Harden. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Thornton passes to Howard.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
I tell
it.
you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
And Brewer kicks to Jones. Sinks the three-pointer. Jones has got 5 points so far. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Houston.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Feeds to Brewer. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin. On this trip, they can't continue to come up empty.
One thing about Eric Bledsoe, he made it clear he wanted to be paid like an upper-tier player. And that led to quite a negotiation between he and the Suns last year. Ultimately, the two sides agreed to a 5-year, $70 million deal.
The first free throw is good. Talking about Eric Bledsoe's contract, many insiders felt like it was too much for a sporadic talent. We knew that he was the good backup in Los Angeles with the Clippers and going to Phoenix in a more prominent role. You know, but he went on to have a dynamic season, proving that, you know, Greg, and you know this position so well, he has the ability to be one of the best league's combo guards, I think.
I agree. I mean, consistency will tell the tale when it comes to Bledsoe. I mean, the rebounds and assists, the averages were up last year, but his shooting percentages were down. So is Bledsoe a near max level player? Only time will tell.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
T.J. Warren, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And then for Houston, Capella's checked in, and it's Terry in for Marcus Thornton. There's a screen. Now Brewer, 12 points for him. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. 4 on the clock.
Good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Morris. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
And Morris drops them both. Rockets have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Terry dishes to Capella. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. And Brewer kicks to Capella. Chandler with the steal. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. And that is good. Bledsoe's got 4 points this quarter. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Lawson kicks to Capella. Modi Yunus has the open look. And Houston again with the bucket.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
And the shot by Warren, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Modi Yunus with the steal. The shot by Lawson, wide open. Offline with his 3.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Knight with it. Now Lawson defending. Dishes to Chandler. Stolen by Terry. Oh, and the dunk by Brewer.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. If they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Lawson's against Bledsoe. No good from Lawson. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Morris. Good work defensively by Terry. So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. Lawson kicks to Brewer. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Morris. The Suns shooting is leaving something to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Knight for 3, and that one's good. Knight's got 13.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
I don't have an idea either. A little heat check there, but yep, he's still cooking, and Greg, he's cooking with gas.
Clock at 6. Here's Lawson. That's short off the rim. Capella, the pass to Montejunas. No good from outside. Phoenix has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Lawson drives in. Lawson against Bledsoe. Morris with a screen on Lawson. Bledsoe kicks to Chandler. Back to Bledsoe. He feeds it to Morris. Outside Knight. Bledsoe for 3. Good D by Lawson. The Rockets shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. And the shot by Warren, no good.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
The finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Kicks it out to Terry to stop the drought. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And then for Houston, Harrell, he's checked in for Capella. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Jason Terry. And Brewer kicks to Lawson. The 11-footer lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Ty Lawson.
Lawson's got 12 points in the game. Price with the ball. Now Lawson defending. Here's Booker. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his second personal foul.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning quick release on his jump shot.
And with Booker, you know, who is a Kentucky guy, he's a sharpshooter. Greg, you're talking about that. His dad actually played at the University of Missouri. He was a pretty good shooter. Clark, this Booker has a pretty good frame to work with, and I think that's going to serve him well in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like his size. I like his stroke. I like his toughness. I think he's going to be better defensively than people think. He's got a lot of good stuff in his game already. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Suns, Mirza Teletovic. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
That'll be a Suns timeout.
Phoenix calls timeout.
You know, he just like every other coach can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around, and that's why he needed the timeout. That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Harrell. Jones comes in for Monty Eunice. James Harden, he's checked in for Corey Brewer. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. So he gets them both. Houston leading by 23. Harden with it. 20 points for him. Three seconds left. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Alex Len picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Rockets have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the...
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Houston on top, delivering the blowout. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Alex Len out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then there's Price, and it's Sonny Weems, and it's Booker in at the shooting guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
That'll be a Suns timeout.
And the Suns call time here.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
Price dishes to Booker. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. Price has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Suns. You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point, though.
Here's Booker. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range, Greg. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for him.
Jones, the pass to Howard. And he goes in for the dunk.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Howard with a screen on Price. And Beverly kicks to Howard. They get it back. Down low. Goes up again. Another miss by Howard.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
Price dishes to Teletovic. Booker. Another three for Phoenix.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Here's Weems. The Rockets pull it in. Ariza's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Beverly kicks to Howard. Here's Ariza. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
Trevor Ariza.
9 points for Trevor Ariza.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
Price with a screen on Thornton. Kicks to Weems. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 7 rebounds in the game. And Beverly kicks to Howard. Lane with the block. Now here's Booker. He's tightly guarded.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mirza Teletovic.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Substitution on
Phoenix making some changes. Screen by Howard.
Well, the game's getting bigger, going international. But at least in the U.S., it really seems the game is going indoors. Back in the day, the legends of the game still played on the blacktop. That's becoming a thing of the past. You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust. But, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career. You know, that shows you also when you draft guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players.
Here's Thornton. The Rockets again can't hit. Suns trail by 19. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just amazing. Major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Rockets have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Chandler was a bit of a late bloomer, but you can't argue with his presence on the floor now.
Well, he won a title and embodies what you need to do in order to win titles. I mean, Chandler makes all the difference on defense, and that's why teams will just still want him even late in his career.
And he gets it to go.
Oh, man, how about the last-minute decision there to pull the shot down and get a better one for your teammate?
Jones sets the pick for Beverly. From deep. No luck. The Suns go the other way with it. Out left to the wing. Here's Tucker. The three-pointer no good. Rockets leading by 19 points. Here's Ariza. That's tipped. Tries to keep it alive. And they'll keep possession. Beverly the pass to Howard. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It goes on Brandon Knight. Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back. Then his body betrays him.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Montiunas is checked in for Jones. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Lawson in for Patrick Beverly. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. That's going to send Tyson Chandler to the line. It's on Montiunas. Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Cabella's checked in. And it's Terry in for Marcus Thornton.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
And talking about Howard, always a perennial double-doubles leader. Last year, through the injuries, he dropped down to 23 total double-doubles. But that was in only 41 games. So the average over an 82-game stretch would have put him in the top 5 once again. So clearly, he has a lot left when he's healthy.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Terry with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. The shot's good from Lawson.
Ty Lawson.
Getting back to Dwight Howard, I think he's at a crossroads physically. Had back and knee issues. It's highly unlikely he can be 100% for a full season. You just hope to have him happy and healthy for your most important games.
Phoenix ball. Phoenix timeout.
And the Suns call time.
Well, one thing about...
And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his team on drives. Interesting player, certainly, but playing with a team that's growing and pretty young around him.
A good point. And, you know, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking the rim. That's second in the league in a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise some people.
Yes.
Daniels, he's checked in for Ty Lawson. And so here's Phoenix. Here's Booker. And Capella sends it back.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today.
Oh, wow. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Who said that, huh?
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
And, guys, that's an alley-oop I guarantee you we'll be seeing on the highlight reels for the next few days.
Here's Teletovic. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. They need this. Weems dishes to Booker.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost them.
Phoenix, no good that time either. And it's Brewer finishing it off.
And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a satisfying feeling for the victors.
Terry against Price. Here's McDaniels. 5 to shoot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And, guys, KJ McDaniels, I think, has excellent defensive potential. I mean, his long arms and quick jump allow him to block a high number of shots for a 2-guard. And his overall athleticism allows him to match up against 2s and 3s. Offensively, though, he really needs work on practically every measurable skill.
Pulls it up. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. And pushing it up is Houston Rockets again in transition. Brewer, good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
One kick kicks to Weems. Brewer with the steal. And it's Houston on the break.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
To the inside. Here's Teletovic. Banked in off the glass.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
There's a screen by Motiejunas. McDaniels passes to Motiejunas. Can't get it to go.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Terry against Price. Here's McDaniels. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the dunk by Len.
Did not need 2 hands for that slam.
You know, he can save the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
Yeah, but just to switch it up a little bit.
Right wing. Here's McDaniels. And it's off from three-point range. Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Harden. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Harrell, he's checked in for Houston. Thornton comes in for Brewer.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Pass to McDaniels. Here's the screen. And a wide open look for Thornton. Can't connect from long distance. Here's Tucker. Tipped away. Knight with it. And Terry picks him up defensively. And that one's good. On the wing, Thornton. And it's Thornton again missing.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.